Hi guys, big up to the yachties. Hi love bugs. Tonight we're going to do a review on The Flash Season 4, Episode 21. Before we get started guys, please subscribe to my channel and press a like. So, you guys, basically, this episode to me was kind of whack, but because Barry and Iris and my westallen in it, I'll say it's a good episode. Oh! So basically started out with Barry and Iris westallen, baby! So Barry's in bed and he heard a noise, so he went downstairs and he saw that it was his sweet baby Iris. And Iris has all this article about the vote and that bitch Marlise, and she said that, I gotta find out everything about them because I want to publish an article and tell everybody in the city about what they're gonna do. Basically, they're trying to dumb everybody down to make sure everybody's dumb and don't know if they're intelligent. And so she told Barry, I need to know all the information about the chair and about everything. I'm going to take a shower and then I'm going to basically start writing the article, which I think that's a great idea. Next we go to Star Lab with Caitlin, Barry, Iris, and Joe, and Cisco. So basically, Caitlin was telling everybody that those things that Marlise took last week from the those satellite that I forgot what she took, those 3 satellite things that Marlise had last week that she stole, that they're going to use that and basically they're going to spread it all over the world, and that's what they're going to use to dumb everybody down. So basically right now Devo is being very quiet and nobody knows what's going on with him. He's totally quiet. Anyway, so next we go to Harry and Cisco, and Harry was like, what in the world, why is DeVoe so quiet? Usually he's not quiet, he's all over the place, and if I had my intelligence, I would know where he was. And basically Cisco tell him, Cisco came up with the idea that we should call the Council of Wells, but basically it was one of the Wells showed up, and he basically told him that he's lost his intelligence and he need to help him get his intelligence back. And basically this snob ass Wells said, well, if you don't have your intelligence, I can't help you because basically you're dumb and we don't roll with dumb people. Basically that's what this one Wells tell him. But Cisco and Harry's not going to give up. Later on we're going to see what happens. Anyway, next we go to Joe and Caitlin. The next scene is Joe and Caitlin. And Joe went in and he asked Caitlin that he has a massive headache if she has any painkiller. And she had this acupuncture, I think that's what you call them, in her forehead. And he asked her what's going on. She said she's trying to basically do anything to get Killer Frost to come back because she really missed her. And so she asked Joe, what do you do when people are missing, your police stuff? What do you do? People are missing. He said maybe you should, think of a different idea. And so all of a sudden she's like, different idea. And then she went back to the whole crew, which is Joe, Iris, Barry, and Cisco, and Wells, and she basically told them, you know what we need? We basically need Eminent Black. And she was like, they were like, what? Eminent Black? No way. Barry said she basically kidnapped you, and she basically almost sold me into slavery. And Iris was like, yeah, she almost ruined my wedding. And Barry was like, it's not the same thing. I love you, Iris, but it's not. But they said that she has this thing that the iron fist she have in her hand is like a shark. It's like a metal she has, and they could basically use that metal to defeat DeVoe. So so Barry asked Caitlin, she knows what she is. Caitlin said she has an idea. So they jish her to the gym, and basically went to the gym, and Barry's like, I really didn't thought she would be somewhere like here. And then we saw her sidekick, the guy with that shit snake in his eyes, okay? And then they put a gun at Barry, and got the gun from them. And our sidekick said, the guys, what are you, stupid? It's the Flash. This shit is not going to work on them. So basically, Caitlin asked him, where's Amulet? And he said, Amulet is missing. Matter of fact, I think she might be dead because nobody have seen her in months. So, she could be dead. So next thing we go to is everybody at Star Lab, Iris, Barry, Joe, the whole entire crew. And they're like, Amulet is gone? That's weird. And basically, they was like, well, let's think about it. Where would she be? And then Caitlin said that, when she got her powers, when the particle is suddenly, she was actually flight attendant. So basically, they look it up. Iris looked it up, and Cisco looked it up, and they saw that she was a flight attendant. Her name was AKA Leslie. Okay, and it was like, Leslie, really? No. So basically, they all split up because they say, you know what, maybe she's underground. So Caitlyn says she thinks she have an idea where she is. So half the team, Joe and Caitlyn, went this way, and I mean Barry and Cisco and them went the other way. So then Iris is like, yeah, I'm just going to go to the loft and finish writing my article. And Barry said, could I speak to you for a minute? And Barry's like, do you really want to write this article right now? I'm not sure if the city needs to know what's going on. And so Iris said, maybe you should talk to the team about it. And Barry's like, well, maybe we should hold off a little bit. And Iris says, okay, I will. But meantime, I'm going to go write the article. Because Barry really is not sure if she should write an article or not. Because he's not sure if the whole city needs to know what the hell is going on. Basically, next thing we go to is Cisco and Harry. So they got another 3 sets of wells, okay? These are some other wells came, and he asked them if they could help him. He's losing his intelligence, and they basically rambling and talking about your bullshit. But basically, they told him that, listen, it's all in here. It's in your heart. Just think. Basically, put yourself in DeVoe's shoes and think what DeVoe would do. It's simple as that. And he was like, really? And it was like, yeah. And he's like, basically, this shit is a whole bunch of waste of. And Harry was pissed off. He was like, this is a waste of my goddamn time, really? And he threw something, and as usual, he left. Then next thing we go to is Joe and Caitlyn. And Joe and Caitlyn went into a grocery store, and so Joe said to Caitlyn, if you want to find amulet just for we to get that shard back so we could get the vote, or is there something else? Is it you need her to help you get your Killer Frost power back? And she's like, I need her to help me get my Killer Frost power back. And Joe said, you're going to work, you basically gonna make a deal with an enemy criminal to get your power back. And she's like, yes, I don't care. And basically, Joe and her was talking, but as they were talking, they saw somebody walk to the back door and open it up. And when they walked to the back door and opened up, they realized there's a gambling thing going on, an illegal gambling thing. And so as Caitlyn walked up, she realized that it's Eminent Black, a.k.a. Leslie. And she was like, hello, Leslie. And Leslie went for her, she went for her shard, those little iron thing, to make a fist with her hand. And then Flash came and and then she threw it at Flash. He stuck out the way, and he was like, listen, we don't want any problem with you. We basically need your help. So next thing we go after that is them being at Star Lab, and Leslie, aka Eminent Black, was there, and she was looking at something, and she was talking to Barry, and they said they need their help to stop DeVoe. And she asked Barry, why do you still have that thing on? And he was like, what? She was basically talking about his mask. And she was like, dude, I know. She's like, I know, but a cheap one and everything is doing a bad job. You are the meta, the speedster that was in Aaron Heights that I was going to sell. And so basically Barry took it off. And she was like, hello, handsome. Bitch, you stayed up my Iris Man. Okay, that's Iris Man, bitch. But okay. And he was like, hey. And so they told her they need her help to stop DeVoe, and she was like, why should I help you? I'll stop DeVoe. What's in it for me? And they basically said, we need your shard. The shard thing is basically the thing that she has in her hand, that iron thing. And she told him that, listen, I don't have all of it. Somebody stole it, and I need to find it back. And so Barry was like, okay, we're going to basically investigate to see what happened to it. Then she said she needs to get tea or some water or something. And so Caitlyn, Iris was like, no. So Caitlyn followed her. And Caitlyn went in there with her, and Caitlyn was talking to her. Basically, Caitlyn told her that, listen, I need to get my Killer Frost power back, and how do I get it back? And she said it's, I forgot that thing that she said. It's something that she has that Caitlyn needs to use to get her power back. So Caitlyn said, I'll make a deal with you. I'll basically, when I get my power back, I'll do any bad deed you ask me to do. I'll do one bad deed for you if you help me get my power back. And she said, basically a deal. Caitlyn, you never make a deal with a devil, okay? And that bitch is the devil. So she shake on it. So we go back to Harry and the Wells again. And basically, same thing as I told you. They told him, listen to your heart. It will help you solve the solution. And the next thing we go to is Harry and Caitlyn and Eminent Black, a.k.a. Leslie, and they were at like a junkyard, and when they went there, they were investigating, and Leslie, a.k.a. Eminent Black, realized who stole her shard. It's basically that sidekick of her, and she's pissed. Next thing we go back to is Eminent Black, their Star Lab, Eminent Black, Iris, Joe, and Caitlyn, and they're basically trying to figure out where this dude is at. And they said his name is Narvac or something like that. And so they're basically thinking, how are we going to find him? And so Caitlyn just started getting pissed off and asking my sweet Iris, if you look everywhere. And Iris looked like did look everywhere. And he said, is it that you want to fight Norbert because of you want to help stop the vote or because you want to get Killer Frost back? And she's like, hell yes, because I want to get Killer Frost back, okay? That is the real reason. And then, so then we go to, the next thing we go to is Harry and Cisco. And Harry is like, you know, they keep on telling me, look inside my heart. And then Harry was like, okay, think about it. Look inside my heart. And so Harry started putting himself in the vote position to figure out what's going on. He was like, you know, this is a good idea. Next thing we go to is Iris and Barry. And Barry come in there. She's like, hey, anything on Norbert? And basically, Iris showed him her article already, and he's reading it. And she's like, look, listen, I just want to inform the city, and you know, she's like, the city has faith in you. You have to have faith in the city too, and we should tell him. But she told him as usual because she is a team West Allen, baby. She was like, I won't do anything without you. You think about it, and if you think we should do it, then we'll do it. Oh my God, I just love them together. Then we go to Eminent Black and Caitlyn, and she basically told Caitlyn, listen, that thing that I have, it's not what turned you back into Killer Frost. It had nothing to do with it. I just manipulate you and told you that's what turned you back into Killer Frost, but it had nothing to do with you. It's all you. Next thing we go to is that guy Shaw, or whatever his name is. He's trying to sell the metal, the Shaw thing, the metal, and the Eminent Black looking for it. So then we have everybody showed up now, and it's a showdown because Barry and Caitlyn and Joe is a shootout. Badass Joe, big up to Joe, is a shootout with him and Caitlyn with the bad guys. And then that stupid guy sprays something, that snake shit, that our sidekick, Eminent Black sidekick, sprays something in poor Barry, and Barry has some kind of poison. And so Joe and Caitlyn spray up the ice gun, and Joe shoot at it, and then they basically took it down, and they got the guys. And Iris told him basically you have to face through the poison, and so she did. And then Eminent Black is now pissed, and she's trying to kill a guy, and Barry's like, no, we don't do killing. And so she was gonna kill him, but basically Caitlyn talked her out of killing the guy, so she didn't kill him. But she was gonna go away and not help them, but she basically gave him a ball of the thing the metal she has, and she told him that will basically work to get the vote. So they were happy because they were like, at least, you know, we have something to get him. So basically, the next thing we go to, we're at Star Lab, and Barry told Iris that, you know, all the team is there, everybody's there, and basically Wells told them, you know, the problem why we haven't seen the vote is because, guess what? What's the one thing everybody needs is their partner with them, and because he doesn't have Marlise with him, that's why we haven't seen him. Basically, he's sad and he's heartbroken. So they realized that they need to find Marlise, because if they find Marlise, then they could get the upper hand on that goddamn DeVoe. And then Barry told Iris, which is so sweet, he said, baby, you need to write an article, because he realized that being a team together is better than anything. And then we go to Joe and Caitlyn told him that, you know, our Killer Frost power is all in her, to get our Killer Frost back, it's all in her mind, and she got to basically, you know, it's in her mind, and that's where she had to get it from. The last thing we go to is West Allen, baby! Yes! And then Barry and Iris is in bed, and Iris is like, oh my God, I got a whole bunch of hits. Everybody loved it, and people are telling me they see DeVoe all over the place. And Barry like, you know what this means? That DeVoe can't hide from us anymore. And that's how it ends, guys, because you know I love my West Allen. Yes! Thank you guys for watching. Have a good night. Bye-bye.